Hi everyone, I'm Miss Hughes, and today we're going to be doing an activity that involves Vladimir Nabokov's novel Lolita. I know you guys haven't started reading it yet, but what can you tell me about the novel that you already know so far? Anything yet?
It's about a man who's obsessed with the underage girl.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Anything else? Okay, that's fine. Have you guys ever heard of Lolita Style, that clothing? Maybe not. Have any of you ever watched anime? Or at least seen anime? You know how sometimes those girls will have plaid skirts and maybe like a Peter Pan collar and things like that, and they dress up, and it's almost promiscuous? A lot of that can be influenced from this novel, Lolita. So today we're going to be doing a spiral exercise, and you're going to be watching a YouTube clip, but it's not going to be like normal. There's going to be questions throughout it, and so whenever we answer one of those questions in the video, I'll pause it and you guys will submit your answers and it will show up on the screen, and then we'll discuss that. So has everyone already used the code right here, UJDCK? Are you logged on? Okay, so no troubles with that? Alright, I see everyone's there. Okay, so we're gonna hit go, and you're gonna listen to the clip. But before we do that, just a warning, his accent sometimes is a little bit hard, so you're gonna have to listen really closely. He's Russian, and he has a stutter, so if there at any point you can't understand it, once we reach a question, let me know, and we can go back over that part of the video. So here we go.
Well, in this particular instance, yes, I think I would. I think the book is shocking. I'm glad that it's shocking. I think we need a lot of shocking books. I think we need to be shocked, but it's absurd to call it debased.
So the first question is, what does Vladimir Nabokov intend for the reader to feel while reading Lolita? So on your Chromebooks, you can go ahead and answer that question, and it'll submit here, and we'll see everybody's answers, and then we'll discuss that. If you didn't hear it, did anyone have difficulty understanding him at first? Do you want us to go back over that first part? I know it's hard to pick it up at first, so we can go over that first part again and see if you can pick up that on the answer. Did you guys pick that up at that time? Okay, so everyone submitted their answers. Alright, so he wants to make the reader feel something within their spine. Alright, yes, he does say that. What do you think that means, though, to feel something within their spine? Yeah, that could be it. It could be emotions. Anything else? Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Vladimir Nabokov intended to create a sob in the reader's spine. So, more or less the same thing that that cat's saying, right? Is to feel something within their spine. You know, like we were saying, maybe those emotions and maybe what the author's feeling. All right. Vladimir does not intend people to feel bad, but may be aware. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to expand on that? It's okay if you can't. It's all right. I know it's like it's hard to understand him at first, and it gets easier. All right. So Vladimir Nabokov wants the reader to actually feel what is going on in the book. All right. I can definitely see that. I can see, when he's talking about the sob in his spine, about how, he wants people to get that emotion in the book, but maybe, to me, that sob in the spine is making them maybe like sit up straighter when they're reading, maybe feel more aware of this America that he's created. Okay, are you ready to move on to the second?
An awakening.
Alright, so the second question. Do you think Mr. Nabokov tends to agree with the critics or the interviewers about the analyses of Nabokov's novel? Why or why not? Include evidence. So it's not exactly within the interview, but from what you've been listening, have you gotten a general idea of whether he agrees with what the critics say? And see if you can find something within the video that backs up what you think. Alright, So we have no, because the critics see it as the typical sob story and Nabokov sees it as anything but that. Okay, I can see that. And there's no, he doesn't agree with the critics because he thinks he's trying to reach people's hearts with the novel, but he doesn't want people to feel bad for Lolita. Okay, what do you think he doesn't want people to feel bad for her? What makes you think that?
Because the way he talks about it, it's not like I want you to feel bad for her, I want you to understand like what she's doing.
Okay. Alright, I see that. Alright, and he doesn't agree with them because the critics feel that he is attempting to warm their hearts and that Lolita is a helpless girl, but Nabokov doesn't agree. Alright, again, why do you think Nabokov doesn't agree? What makes you think that from what you've seen in the video?
Well, I've read it before because the people that are critiquing his novel, they've read it, and the character development of Lolita, she's not like a helpless girl, she's manipulative, and like she takes advantage of the fact that he's obsessed with her. So, being that he wrote the book, he doesn't feel that she's a helpless character.
Okay, that makes sense. And then we have last, Mr. Nabokov doesn't agree with the critics because they feel bad for the girl, but Nabokov does. What's that last part right there? Does not. Okay, so. Okay, so are you trying to say the same thing that Kat was also saying? Okay. Alright, these are good things, and you guys were able to justify your answers, so that's good. Alright, we'll go on to the third question. Are you ready? Okay, we got all the answers here. Alright. Vladimir does not base the character off of himself because he wanted to separate himself from the character. Okay, yeah, like he said at the very end right there, did you hear that? Where he said he wanted to separate himself from Humbert. So that's right. Alright, no, he said that he's been careful to separate himself from the character. Good. Vladimir does not base this character off of himself. So, Allie, why do you think that is? Why do you think he doesn't base it off?
Because he says he wants to separate himself from the character.
Okay, alright, good. And Nabokov says he carefully separated himself from the character. So good, yeah, you all gave clear answers on that one. So we'll go ahead and move to the last question.
For instance, the good reader notices that Humbert confuses, just to take an instance, hummingbirds with hawk-mouths. Now, I would never do that, being an entomologist.
You're an expert on butterflies.
I am to a certain extent, but and I never do that. Well, there are many other things, many other matters which I leave to him.
Well, there, I think nobody would suppose that the author and the hero would.
Well,
anyway,
it has been supposed. It has been supposed.
Well, Humbert, besides several odd tastes, also hates American motels. He despises them. Have you this feeling?
No, well, I must say there are some absolutely delightful motels where I've been very happy with Humbert, writing the book, but which I could not use because the book is slanted in
You would see a motel as something rather grotesque.
No, not necessarily. A motel can be anything.
So the question was about what's the relation between the artistic ape and the character Humbert. And so we have the drawing included a cage and Humbert was drawing his own. Right, so what do you mean by that? What do you mean by Humbert was drawing his own?
Drawing his own page.
And what way was he doing that? Was he literally drawing his own cage, or? Okay, so what does that mean to you?
It's just like a simple thing.
Okay. All right, and then the artistic ape draws his own cage, and Humbert is doing the same for himself by obsessing over Lolita. You know, that's kind of what I interpreted too from the video. All right, Nabokov says that the ape draws his own cage for himself. So, you want to elaborate on that since you weren't able to submit it?
I would say that Humbert's cage is an obsession with him.
Okay.
He's like, his obsession is growing, so he's drawing.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good answer. And then last we have the ape draws the bars of his own cage in Lolita. Humbert is drawing his own cage, the cage representing his obsessive love for Lolita, which has trapped him. Those are solid answers, guys. And yes, I agree with that too. I think that cage is representing his obsession with Lolita. Alright, well, that's the end of the video, and you guys did really well-developed answers, and thank you guys for your time.